Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing a reading for you for the month of May. This is a general reading, so it may resonate, it may not. If you're looking for a private reading with me, they are currently sold out, but I will be restocking them in the coming days. So if you're interested in that, you can take a look in the description box down below at the bottom of this video. Okay. Now, in this reading, Pisces, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. And we're going to see what is taking place for you at this time. Okay, so your challenge, Pisces, is the Fool, and what you don't see coming at the bottom, you have the Hierophant, okay? So one of the things that I've mentioned to everybody is that there is going to be major changes that are happening at the end of May. This is happening in your second house, okay? So if you're a rising Pisces, this is happening in your financial sector, okay, in the second house. Now, we are going to have Saturn enter into Aries, and we're going to have Neptune enter into Aries. So the big emphasis here now is self-reliance, focusing on oneself, self-reliance. For you particularly, it's about your finances, getting serious about your finances. Really, you know, there's a restricting energy here, okay, with Saturn in the second house. We're going to see if there is some sort of message here about that, but astrologically, I thought I would mention that to you. Now, the Fool is your challenge for the month of May. So this is about preparing for a new beginning, okay? This is about taking some sort of leap of faith on your destiny, on the world, on the things that you are doing in your life. And for some of you, you may have recently went through an ending recently. You went through some sort of major changes. The Fool is indicating here for you that a new beginning is coming in, okay? You know, there's some sort of fear here about starting something new, doing something new possibly. So this is a matter of you. This is a matter of you having or starting something new. Okay, and we're going to see when we clarify. Now, in the recent past, you have the Moon, you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Emperor. So in the recent past, I do feel that there was love in your life. I feel like this love that came into your life in the past was very stable, very strong connection here in the past with the Moon. The Page of Cups is here, so there could have been somebody that you were dating that was younger than you possibly here in the past. We're going to see when we clarify. Now, in the present moment, you have the Justice, you have the King of Swords, and you have the Ace of Swords. So in the present moment, somebody here wants clarity from you. I feel like this is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Somebody wants clarity from you. If there's been conflict, if there's been tension in your relationship, I do feel that this particular person wants to talk about it. Now, as I'm doing this reading, we do have a square happening, a T-square with Pluto and the Sun at this time. So one of the things that I've noticed in the readings that I've been doing up until this time is there's been a lot of tension. There's been a lot of tension, challenges, and it's because a lot of us are realizing that there are big changes that are coming in over the next few weeks. So the message that I'm getting here for many of you in the present moment is something in your life is going to come back into balance. It is going to be resolved. The issue is going to be resolved, but there's a need to have an important conversation. There's an important conversation that I feel is coming in for many of you, and we're going to see if we can clarify and get more information on that for you in a moment. Now, in the near future, Pisces, you have the Devil, the World, and the Chariot. So in the near future, what I see coming to an end for you, Pisces, is something in your life that's been extremely toxic, unhealthy, toxic, just really for many of you holding you back from your full, complete potential. I see you moving on from something here. May is going to be a huge transformative month for you. in terms of a new beginning that's happening. And a lot of you know that this new beginning is very much overdue. So it is coming in for you, and we're going to talk about that when we clarify. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hierophant and you have the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Cups. If you are single, there's a specific person that you're dealing with that out of all of your options, because you have options, out of all of your options, one of these options resonates with you. One of these people seems as if they are marriage material, as if they're the one that's meant to be with you. I see this person being extremely interested in you, this person that you're either looking to set things right with, or this person who brings a lot of balance into your life. Somebody here is rushing in and wanting a commitment with you. Okay, so we're gonna see how this ties into your reading. Let's hop in, let's do some clarification. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge, let's pull the cards and then we'll continue. Okay, so your challenge, Pisces, is the Fool. Starting and having a new beginning. This has been, this is gonna be your big challenge for the month of May. Taking a risk, a leap of faith on, a certain choice or a decision in your life. That your challenge is clarified by the Sun, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, okay? So for you, your biggest challenge here, Pisces, has a lot to do with making a certain decision or choice in your life. I think what is the priority for you at this time is your happiness. Your happiness, feeling positive, feeling warm, feeling full of positivity about the future. And I think the decision here that you may need to make when it comes to having a new beginning is asking yourself if you're willing to continue to try to make something work in your life. There's something in your life that's been very overwhelming. It has been draining. It has been tiring. Okay. So a lot of you are trying to stay positive when it comes to this situation. However, I feel over the next few weeks, you're going to have a choice decision about whether or not you're willing to stay and try to make something work, or whether you are wanting to completely disconnect from it altogether. Something is going to come to light in your life that's going to help you to make a better informed decision about this. Because for many of you, your challenge here has a lot to do with wanting to start or have a new beginning. This is really important to you at this time, especially entering into the month of May. You feel this. I think a lot of us feel this. A lot of us feel that it's time to move on and start something new with the changes that are happening. Like I said, Saturn and Neptune entering into Aries, this is going to be huge. It's going to affect us globally. It's going to affect us physically, emotionally, mentally, on all levels. So because you're feeling this, a lot of you are recognizing that you're going to have to choose one or the other. Either stay and continue to make something work, even though it's very tiring and draining, or to completely move on and do something new. Okay, it's going to be your choice. But either way, there's a new energy that's coming in. It's challenging because it's not something that you're used to, but it is coming in. Okay, so that's going to be your challenge. That's what I'm seeing. Now let's talk about the recent past. Now in the recent past, you have the Page of Cups. I feel like this is you. Could have been somebody that you were dealing with here in the past. You have the Justice, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So in the recent past, there was a desire here to get extremely clear on something connected to your past. This could have been a past person, a past experience, a past family situation that you were involved in, but it was very important for you to get extremely clear on what was fair and what was unfair in the past. Something here was unfair in the past, and you wanted to get clear on things and make them better here in the past. Now you have the Moon as well too. So there could have been a lot of uncertainty connected to the past. A lot of uncertainty connected to, again, whether or not you should accept something here that's done. If this is about a relationship, I do feel you had a lot of love for someone here in the past, but there may have been no other choice but to accept the fact that something here in the past needed to come to an end. Something here just needed to come to an end. It just wasn't functioning or working the way in which that you wanted to here. You have the Emperor as well. So I think the priority here in the past was stability, wanting stability, especially in a relationship. There was a lot of generosity here in the past, but I have to say this to you, Pisces, although there was a lot of generosity here in the past, there was also a lot of imbalance here, where one person was giving way more than maybe the other person. If this is about a relationship, I do feel that you and this person tried very, very hard to cooperate together, okay? Because it was in the best interest here in the past for everyone for that to happen. So there could have been a reconciliation here because of practical matters, right? You and a specific person may have decided to stay together because, you know what, it's the most practical thing for us to do. Yes, it's easy for us to disconnect and not be together, but I think the most practical thing for us is to make this work. So I think that in the past, although something here did come to an end, the loving aspect of the connection, the practical aspect was still there. It was almost as if a lot of you were just doing something here in the past because it was the most practical thing to do and it was the right thing to do. And that's why you did it. Okay. Now in the present moment, you have the Justice here again, which is indicating that somebody in the present moment wants to work things out. They want to bring things back into balance here. I feel like this has a lot to do with your investments, your work, your finances. And there it is. There's the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about your finances. Now, the Justice is clarified by the Empress, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So in the present moment, a lot of you right now are reevaluating your financial picture, okay? Determining where you are going to invest your money, your time, your energy. The main message here for you, Pisces, is to make sure that everything you do in your life is balanced. Okay, it's balanced. This is going to be so, so important for you moving forward. And it's definitely connected to your financial situation. Some of you feel alone in the present moment when it comes to just your life in general. And I do feel very strongly here that the key message for you is to nurture yourself. This is what's going to create balance into your life, because if you do feel out of balance, there's a need here to really look at things from a practical perspective. And this is what Saturn is going to teach us when it enters into Aries. It's going to teach all of us to deal with ourselves on a practical and very responsible manner. And that's the energy that I feel here right now. If you feel stuck, if you feel alone, it's really important that you're nurturing yourself. This is going to be key important for you. Now, the King of Swords is clarified by the Four of Swords. You have the Star and the King of Wands. So in the present moment, healing, resting, recouping your energy, this is going to be huge for all of us. When Saturn enters out of your sign into Aries, and when Neptune enters out of your sign into Aries, there's going to be a huge relief, because a lot of you have learned in this cycle with Saturn in your sign how to be more responsible, how to set a schedule for yourself, how to follow through on that schedule. So you've learned a lot up until this point, and that's why I feel you're coming in as the King of Swords. One of the messages here for you, Pisces, is to rest and to heal and to really focus on preserving your energy, because when those planets leave your sign, there is going to be, there's going to be this feeling of maybe a drained energy or a tired energy. That's normal, because those planets are no longer in your sign. Okay. Now, if this is about your work, because I do see a very important message about your work, you have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. So your important message in regards to your finances is, if you are in a job right now where you're working, there's going to be tons of opportunities that come up for you. Tons of opportunities are going to show up for you. I feel like these opportunities that show up for you, one of these opportunities is going to be in alignment with what you want. However, because there's going to be so many opportunities that present themselves, for some of you, this is already happening. It's very important that you get clear on what you want, okay? One of these options is not for you. And it's so obvious that it's not for you, especially if this is about love. One of the messages here is to pay attention to the red flags. Some of you are dealing with somebody here, and it's very obvious that this situation is not for you. And as a result of that, you're going to have way more opportunities that are coming in for you. But one of the things that is going to be extremely important is that you're clear on which one that you exactly want, which one is the most in alignment with you. So this is what a lot of you are going to be doing if you haven't already been doing it, possibly in the present moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Devil, the World, and the Chariot. So in the near future, you have the Devil here, which is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Strength. So in the near future, I do feel very strongly here, you have the Two of Pentacles, there's a choice decision to make, and it's about a relationship that you're involved in. I know this is going to sound cliche, but some of you are dealing with a runner, somebody who's inconsistent with you on and off, in and out. It's been very difficult to deal with this person. Some of you are actually married to this person, or perhaps you're dealing with somebody who you're not quite committed to yet, but there's a strong attraction here. Something here is going to close out for you, and I feel like this is why your challenge is the Fool, because there's a new beginning that's coming in for you. Also with the Knight of Swords, some of you are choosing to end things very abruptly with a specific person, okay, that you've been dealing with. There's a strong emphasis here on you focusing on yourself in the near future. Some of you are deciding to end things with a particular person because they're very self-indulgent, or they're very much connected to alcohol abuse. There's something here about alcohol abuse or overdoing something here. So the good news here is that although you know that a situation in your life that's unhealthy needs to come to an end, it just naturally comes to an end for you. And the reason why I say that, Pisces, is because you have the World here in the near future twice. And you are the final sign of the zodiac. And with Saturn exiting out of your sign and Neptune exiting out of your sign into Aries, it means a completely new cycle is coming in. A lot of you are already aware of this, that certain aspects or things in your life are coming to an end. And I think what is coming to an end is things that have been unhealthy for you, people that have been toxic, selfish people who are only focused on what they can gain from you. And a lot of you are choosing to disconnect yourself from these people or these situations. Okay, this is going to be super important for you. The good news here for you is that you're very committed to moving forward in your life in the near future. You're moving on from something. You have already decided, you've already made that decision. And one of the good things for you that you need to know is that when you do decide to move on, it is a part of your destiny to move on. It is part of your destiny to completely move into a new direction. I feel like this new direction that you're moving into, whatever it is that you're deciding or you're planning to do, it is going to lead to a lot of abundance. It is a part of your destiny. It is leading to some sort of major change that is going to bring a lot of luck and abundance to you with the Wheel of Fortune here. So it is confirmation. It's confirmed that whatever is coming to an end for you in your life, it's actually bringing forth what is meant for you instead of what is not meant for you, right? So this is good. It's good that something here is closing out. You can comment below and let me know what is closing out in your life if you want to share with us. But something new, bigger, and better is coming in for you. So what is your advice? Let's see what your advice is. So your advice is the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Your biggest piece of advice here is to focus on what is going to make you happy and what is going to satisfy you. Your biggest piece of advice here is to rest, to heal, to rest, to recoup your energy, because you are going to be going on a bigger and better journey. There's a huge opportunity that is coming into your life. I feel like this is connected to your finances, but you need to make sure that you're well rested, that you're in a very good space to actually harness this new opportunity that's coming in. This new opportunity is coming in after a major ending in your life, but it's one that's going to make you really happy and satisfied. So your biggest piece of advice is, although there may not be much going on right now, over the next few weeks in May, there's going to be major, major changes. And it may be overwhelming for you, these changes. So it's important that you rest and you recoup your energy before you take on this huge opportunity that is coming into your life, okay? So Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope you got something from the reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.